Okay, let's talk about adding objects to your website. And when I say objects, I actually mean, a variety of things. I mean shapes, I mean text boxes or blocks, I mean images, it can be video, it can also be icons or graphics. Basically anything that makes up a website. I'm going to show you how to add those things onto your page and also how to move them around and scale them so that way you can really get things looking like you want them to when you're going through this customization process. So anytime you want to add something to a canvas, what you're going to do is come down here at the bottom of your screen in the middle, and you'll see these little icons at the bottom. So this is how you add any text. So like a title heading, a large heading, a subheading, or a paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a paragraph in there. And you can scale it, move it around, center it, do all of these things. You can change the size over here, the font, the color. That's kind of how you add text in, just basic paragraphs, and then the same things with the headings. You can, type over them, move them around. Let's see. Yeah, so you can add headings, and then of course, you'll need to come over here and make sure that it's in place and how you want it. Looks good. Okay, so let's try adding some objects, like maybe a rectangle. So this is kind of funny because this is where I get a lot of emails. So someone will add some of these to their page because you can use them as buttons, you can use them as bars like this across. You can do all kind of things with rectangles. You can do like overlays or like a border for a photo, anything you want to do. But the funny thing is a lot of people add them and they'll format them for desktop because you're just so used to looking at this desktop version, and they'll publish the page and go and look at it from their phone, and then they'll email me and say, oh my gosh, my mobile view has this big black or big dark gray box right in the middle of my page. And I'm like, did you check on mobile and make sure it's styled the same way as it is on desktop? So anytime you add an object like this, it's just going to dump one basically in the center of your canvas, and you really need to remember to come in here and format it for both desktop and mobile. So you can see maybe I want to use this as like a little background divider here, maybe put some images on it. So let's go ahead and add some images. So to do that, you can add a gallery, which is we talked about in the previous video. It's like a slideshow of images. You can add video, which we talked about. That is adding YouTube or Vimeo. You can do an embed code, which this is when you would add like a form, a sign-up form from Flowdesk or MailChimp or ConvertKit, or also like a contact form from Dubsado or Honeybook or a service like that. And then icons, show it comes with like a predefined gallery or library of icons that you can use, which is really cool because you can use these for a lot of things. Obviously, your social media icons, some menu icons up here. You can do like play buttons, they look kind of like video buttons, arrows you can do, all these different things. And when you add these icons in, these are great if you want to do like a checklist somewhere talking about maybe the benefits of your product or service, or things that are included in a package. It's great to add these kind of things. So basically you do the same thing. You can just grab them, scale them, move them around. So let's talk about, let's do an example. Yeah, I want to do a checklist. So what I'm going to do is make sure it looks pretty similar on both screens. And you'd plan to have some text here, maybe on the side of this. But you know that you want 4 of them, right? You have 4 bullet points. You want to really call them out. So let's go ahead and add 4 of these and space them out evenly. Now that's the trick because, they get moved around and everything else, and you just kind of eyeballing it. But with the alignment tools that Show It gives you, this is actually a really easy task. So I'm just going to drag them kind of roughly evenly, even though they're not. And then I'm going to grab them all. and I'm going to do this align to group. I want it to align them right down the middle because I want them all centered vertically. So I'm going to hit that. And then you'll see now they're not spaced out evenly. So to do that, I want to use this distribute tool here, and you're just going to hit it and voila, there it is. And then you're going to do the same thing here on mobile, okay? So you can do that with anything. You can do that with text blocks, you can do it with icons, you can do it with rectangles, just like all of this here. Like I used alignment to get all of this right. So definitely get familiar and used to using those tools because it's going to make your life easier and make the design just look really, clean and crisp, and nothing will look out of place. So other than that, like I said, you can add galleries, images. To add an image, you'll just come here and hit Media Library. So, maybe I want this picture of the beach here. So it puts it right in the canvas. I'm going to scale it down, move it around. There's just so many things you can do. I mean, the options are endless. That's what is so wonderful about Showit. You can really get creative, have fun with it, and create something that nobody else has. And that's the thing with these templates. You hear the word template and you think everyone else is going to have it. That may be a concern of yours. But once you go through and customize this to really make it your own and to fit your brand, I think you're going to really realize that it's a good choice because it's not going to look like a template at the end of this, and it's going to really be unique to your business. So that's how you can add things to a page or a canvas and move them around, and I hope this helped.